Hey guys, Sarah here bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Langreskaya. Today's spawning in the south we have VonIvan playing as Soviets and his loadout is counterattack. Urban defense and guard motor coordination tactics VonIvan edition. There's a prize for coming second in the Warpaint Championships or third. His own commander portrait in game. So in the north we have PauL playing as OKW and his loadout is Elite Armor, Firestorm and Overwatch. There we go, you can chase away there. Engineers on the fuel. Got a penal build here from VonIvan going into the M3 now. Much bog standard stuff. PauL meanwhile capping up his side with the Fox Grenadiers. Stirmpony's actually full retreat here. A little bit unusual. I thought maybe he would carry on and connect the fuel. Just straight up retreated after forcing away combat engineers. It's a pretty good idea generally to try and get your Stirmponies to chase away the combat engineers from the fuel in the early game if you can. Otherwise you just allow that slow start from Soviets going for tier 1 to go unpunished. Might not go so smoothly if you're up against conscripts, but it's a different story. However, I've been expecting the Stirmponies to be over here since the M3, but oh, realizes they are no longer. Now doing a wee circle round, see if they're hiding somewhere, but not the case. Now PauL bringing all his units close together, expecting the M3 so that if it does come over and start firing at him, he can fire back effectively. And interesting, he's actually going for a Kubel as his final unit. I wonder if that was a misclick. It doesn't really make sense to go for a Kubel here. Anyway, M3 just jumps straight onto the cutoff. PauL's now disconnected. Here comes the Kubel. And a Raketin after that. Maybe that was what PauL was intending to make, but look at this. Just the small arms focus fire. Overwhelming the M3. Oh, satchel. Ooh, does some pretty big damage. Could see a squad go down here. Nope. And the block power here from PauL just overwhelming VonIvan. Kubel perhaps looking for the kill. Actually switching over to fight the combat engineers over here. Going straight for the fuel, in fact, running right past the combat engineers. Combat engineers on the rear armor. Might be able to get the kill on the Kubel. Combat engineers do some really good damage. Oh, but they're failing to penetrate. Trying to run around the rear of the Kubel. 2 models down. Here come the Fox Grenadiers. And yeah, now the combat engineers too low. Oh, and the fact they go down there. Oh, that is a shocking start for VonIvan, losing his M3 for free, and then the combat engineers right at the end there. A little bit late on the retreat. Though, at least it's not all bad news for VonIvan, because PauL did go for the Raketin to counter the M3, and that is not necessary. So it's not going to be fully punished here. VonIvan's poor start. One more squad Fox Grenadiers would be a lot more effective than that than that Raketin.
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
There's the flamethrower. Some good damage there. Chasing away all of PauL's units now. Oh, maybe a slight misclick here, not actually repairing. And this could be a wipe. Well, I've been trying to do some blocking with this lead penal squad. Other ones chasing behind. Stirmponies now going to try round the corner to defend, but there it goes. Nice blocking there by VonIvan with the penal squad, allowing him to get the wipe. Now coming round the corner, going for the cutoff. So if PauL maintains control of the center, this cutoff is not actually going to cut off the resources. Here come the penals, 2-1, outgunning the Folks. So Von needs to come back over here and get the neutralized. As you can see, still connected is PauL through these territories. So PauL using the Raketen here, jumping onto VonIvan's cutoff. This is what you ideally want to do, you know, if you've maybe got the kill on the M3 early. Get your Raketen doing some capping if possible, so it's not just wasting space in your army composition. PauL locks in Overwatch now. So those flares come online. Oof. Big old burst from the penals. That people were lucky to escape. And Von actually going to go for a 4th squad of penals. This is usually around the time when we would perhaps consider getting a squad of shock troops instead. It's got 2 shock troop commanders. He's just going for a penal squad. Meanwhile, we do have some Jaeger lights coming in for PauL, making up for his Volkstrinity loss early. And he's actually gone for a battle group build, which is relatively rare. We're doing some good damage to these penals here. Meanwhile, VonIvan progressing nicely out on the right hand side. The advantage of having the flamethrower, this kind of garrison combat is in his favour. As you see there. PauL meanwhile sneaking down the other side, going to the path of least resistance and getting on top of VonIvan's fuel. Trading territories here. Once again using the Raketen to do some capping here. Good play. Oh! TRS upgraded. Cool, gets out of there in the nick of time. Can just straight back it up to the Stern Pioneers as well. Do some repairing whilst they're capping there. Also a good move from PauL, getting a sandbag put down on this fuel point so he can hold the line more effectively in the future. Another Jaeger coming in for PauL. What is he doing with this squad? Looks like he's making a dash for the building. Just back his Jaegerlights to beat the penals long range. Really doesn't want to spend his munitions throwing grenades into these buildings. Double Jaegers over here, finding the penals. Penals going to try and close the distance. Right play. And Jaeger gone. Looks like they are going to overwhelm the Jaegers here. Didn't end up bringing the Volkstrinities around to assist. I think the penals got a little bit lucky in that extended period. They were fighting long range. Penals didn't take much damage at all, compared to usual. Anyway, I've been fighting strongly, regaining control of the left. PauL does have his tech truck out. Did get spotted by Von, so he's got to be careful trying to get this up. Could get pushed whilst it's going up, and it's very easy to lose in those scenarios, but generally when going with these battle group builds, you kind of do need to put it somewhere covering an important territory in 1v1, because otherwise once your opponent gets their light vehicle on the field, they'll just completely force you off the map. So having a safe zone next to the half track is very, very useful for the setup half track. Shreya base. And if you have a, you know, strong start in the infantry game, you can end up getting this out in a pretty fast timing. And if your opponent has like a slightly slower start, like we see from VonIvan, T70 hitting the field at 11 minutes rather than like closer to 8. But he did take it maybe slightly too long to get this set up. VonIvan sending the T70 over there now. T70 getting zoned out. Oh, he did get the Faust off. I thought he was out of range. It looks like PauL will be able to complete his Shreya in a pretty far forwards position as well. Kind of risky putting in this position, you know. It would be quite easy for Von to set up an AT gun over here and just chip away at it. But there are always the elevation concerns. Hard to tell whether those shots will connect up that hill.
Command half-track has been permanently established as a static post.
Whoa, okay. PauL using a mid crate here. It's kind of funny when going battle groups. Sometimes you do kind of need to put a mid crate down before you get the healing. So it does take quite a while to come online. Speaking of back online, here's the T70. Avoiding the Raketen, moving around in camouflage. Forcing away the Jaegers. It looked like the T70 tripped the tripwire flare. Oh, it's not really tripwire flare, is it? The Overwatch flare there. There we go, Raketen getting a shot in. Fun, interesting that VonIvan did get PTRS penal. I guess it's just to try deal with the Kubel. Maybe he's just so used to PauL going for battle group every single game. I mean, for mechanized every single game, that didn't really occur to him. I think ideally Von would want to have this building on high health. Because if he ever does make a push on this tech truck, you know, putting a squad inside that, maybe the PTRS squad in fact, provide sight for the AT guns whilst they chip away at it. As well as some PTRS fire. Whilst the squad inside the building doesn't take too much damage. It's a pretty good option, but there we go. Satchel-in, that's no longer really an option. And Jaegers briefly reveal the penals. I'm sure to get in there for some damage. VonIvan activating for Mother Russia here, try and hold the line. But look at how quickly, oh man, those Jaegers doing so many snipes, knocking out that squad in the blink of an eye. Even with the full Mother Russia on, that squad dropped like crazy. But VonIvan is pushing aggressively, got the triple cap right now. T70 trying to weasel its way around, avoid taking any Raketen damage, but thanks to the extra sight of the Jaegers, Raketen gets a long range shot off and puts a halt to that T70 straight away. Now VonIvan getting, oh there we go, in fact has just hit 8 CPs and straight away starting production on the B4.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
See how it gets on this game. There's a decent chunk of munitions as well, might be an idea to get a couple mines down, but not essential. There's no like big tanks at the moment on the field that can just drive up to the B4 and kill it. This commander as well for PauL does have a howitzer of its own, which could return fire on the B4, but oh, nice sweeping by PauL. Doesn't have, like, this off map won't knock out the B4, so pretty safe pick from VonIvan here, going for the B4. Probably going to need to put down tier 2 though, as we can see PauL getting very close to the fuel for a Panzer IV. At least VonIvan wants to use the Su-76. It's kind of neat as this. Su-76 is, you know, a fine option though. Especially because this commander from VonIvan doesn't have a call and tank. Enos here focusing down the Kubel, trying to knock that out. In the meantime, the Ober's ripping in. Some really good damage getting on their path to Vet 2, the magic number. Okay, B4 up, ready to fire. In fact, VonIvan is going for double B4s here. And looks like he's trying to bait with this combat engineer. B4 fires. PauL straight away retreats. Good oral awareness there from PauL. Heard the B4 fire, straight away retreats the most likely targets. Was taking any damage. Oh, but yeah, okay, I was gonna say. PauL briefly had the Yak Panzer in production, switching over to the Panzer IV. As he's up against the B4, so very necessary. Oh, and this is actually I didn't know you could do that. It looks like the T-70 on recon mode will set off booby traps. I didn't know that that was possible, but there we go. Learned something new in this cast. Booby traps get set off by a secure mode T-70. And getting shot down there, the recon plane for VonIvan.
Target that infantry! Panzer IV deployed. Awaiting orders.
Maybe targeting the Schwer there. In fact, double B4's right on top of it. That Schwer's getting low. I'm going to have to send his engineers over there straight away for repairs. B4s have a pretty fast cooldown on their shots. Doesn't have time to delay. Here comes the Panzer IV. He's heading over there now. PauL meanwhile making a assault down the far left flank. It looks like VonIvan, yeah, could be in trouble. This Panzer IV basically unopposed. He is going to go for an Su-76. That's how desperate he is. Could have just, you know, not gone for a second B4. Uh-oh. The B4s, meanwhile, trying to take aim on P4. Whoa! Was just alive. I'm pretty sure the PTRS got the kill. And there we go. Gotta be careful around those B4s. Next one's ready to fire. Looks like he's going to take aim at the tech truck once again. And now VonIvan free to get aggressive again. Goes B4 in. Stern Pioneers no reaction. Oh boy. Big losses from PauL early to these B4s. Can be hard to just continuously, you know, keep an ear out with the B4 firing and dodge in the right place at the right time each time. Especially when there are two of them. Two Stern Pioneers coming out for PauL. Still has a very strong infantry core here. Just about a tank around to fire off the T-70. Not much he can do against it. And it looks like B4 is not shooting at the tech truck. Ooh, almost gets the kill. T-70 going down though to the Faust Raketen combo in the middle. But extremely close call there. A lot of Scots getting away on just about nothing.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
7 kills on this one, 5 on the other. Here comes the Raketen as well as the Faust. SU-76. In a bit of trouble here. Can't quite see it, I don't think. Just out of sight range. Kugel's still alive. Nearly Vet 5 on this bad boy now. Nice to see. Oh, look at that. Just a pixel of experience away. So he's firing over here. And dodged by PauL. Nicely done. Looks like it has self-repair now. And it's out of combat. Very useful capping tool. It looks like the second B4 shell was dropped on the truck. Which is basically requiring a Stern Pioneer full-time repairs just to avoid it going down. But luckily he did take out that T-70, so that has bought PauL quite a lot of breathing room. VonIvan, I'm not going to try tick up to tier 4, just going to try keep the pressure on right now. Go for another T-70. And that was a Jaeger light squad down. Ooh. Su-76 barrage also getting in there for some big damage.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Overs do get away though.
Tank ready for orders.
It's T-70. VonIvan very low on manpower right now. Lost a lot of manpower over here, making that assault. And T-70 coming over. Oh. To deal with the Kugel. Oh man, it's right on the brink of Vet 5. I don't even know what it gets at Vet 5. Suppression. There you go. Guess it's like the over suppressive fire ability. Looks like PauL gonna go for an LEFH himself to try and counter the double B4s, and just with the scatter should be able to hit both of them. It's barrage, but it's a risky one. No guarantee that LEFH will get the kill before going down itself to the B4 fire. B4 fire does have the advantage of the recon plane giving some slightly better scatter. Or charging forwards looking for the snares, but not happening. VonIvan trying to keep the pressure on the VPs, but this tech truck positioning is helping out. Does have the extra recon on this as well. Forward observers. Early warning systems. Oh, it's LEFH firing. B4 shots. Howitzer war. Second B4 firing. Looks like it's targeting. Oh no, it is targeting the tech truck. Just misses the Stern Pioneers. This B4 actually quite low. Looks like it's taken 2 shots from the LEFH. One's going to need to repair that up. We're doing a good job avoiding taking too much damage from T-70, which has already hit Vet 1.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
FH nearly Vet 1. Can use the counter barrage.
Orders complete.
Gets the B4s. There we go, the B4s firing. This could be the curtains. Oh, Stern Pioneer is extremely lucky to make it out alive there. And VonIvan, PauL rather, going to go for the Jagdpanzer now to fight off the T-70 and the SU-76. Play at a safer range. understandable. Jagdpanzer also, once it gets Vet 2, could avoid getting one shot by the B4. Might be a consideration. But PauL's infantry corps not looking quite as strong as before. Having lost one of his Jaeger light squads. VonIvan did take the time to repair up his B4. Oh no, what? Obers went down there. Jagdpanzer on the chase for the T-70. All using attack round, B4 missing the Jagdpanzer, but the Raketen secures the kill. T-70 down. And these howitzers still alive. Oh, uh-oh. Is this the end of the Vet 5 Kubel? Nope, gets out of there in time. It looks like the second barrage from the LFH didn't do too much damage. Oh, what's he doing with his Jagdpanzer? Oh no, if he takes a sticky satchel here, that could be the end. He's calling in the planes, the off-map sector assault. Trying to make a push. Su-76 taking quite a lot of damage, but getting back. B4 ready to fire. Oh, this one did in fact. Going for the Jagdpanzer kill, but doesn't connect. And here comes a fresh T-70 trying to hold off this push. It's going to take a snare into tank planes as well. Looks like the Jagdpanzer goes down to the second B4. But PauL making a nice push here. This could be the end of the two howitzers. Oh, and the Su-76 barrage forces away the Raketen, so even if he decrews the B4s here, he won't be able to kill them now. Decrew on one. Comes a satchel. Oh, late dodge. It's out of there. The B4 shell coming in. Going for the tech truck again, or maybe going for the howitzer, so both B4s did get decrewed, resetting the veterancy, but other than that, didn't take too much damage. Looks like the Su-76 did end up going down in base to the final anti-tank pass. Ooh, Vet 5 Kubel getting the kill. And that was... Ooh! A very chaotic sequence. Casualties, heavy casualties on both sides. Take a look at army size. We can see they're basically dead even right now, but VonIvan does have the advantage of from the B4 at the ready, waiting to be recruited. BP's also very close to even now between these two players. But yeah, there's some heavy casualties, especially for PauL. Quite a lot more expensive. Oh, there we go, using these. Oh, it looks like you don't even need to activate it. You can just straight up suppress the squads. Interesting.
More of our troops have been lost.
Oh no, I went down. Firing at the LFH, but stays alive. Looks like maybe did the B4 get decrewed? Maybe it's been recrewed or something. I'm not sure. Oh, the second one has been recrewed by Von finally. Ready to fire again. PauL making another play here, but might be able to decrew the B4. Not going to be able to kill it. Oh, nice LFH shot. One hit the combat engineers. Oh, and decrews the second B4. Oh, decrews the first B4. It's low. This one freshly recruited, also taking some damage. So they're going to stay alive though. Oh no, this one goes down. Is this the end of the double B4s? LFH finally getting the job done. It's taken about 5 or 6 barrages, but one of them now is going down. And the Kugel doing a really good job without any vehicles running around to shut it down. Holding down that flank very effectively. VonIvan continuing to plant mines. That's sort of planted quite a few so far. B4 firing. Oh, for the Stern Pioneers, pretty good hit. 3 kills. Almost got the wipe. That LFH is hungry. B4 didn't get repaired this time, so very vulnerable. One LFH shot could destroy the weapon. VonIvan using full Mother Russia, making a push here. Pretty big push. Going to secure the VPs. Still not a dire situation for either player in terms of VPs. Suppression kicking in there for the Vet 5 Kugel. Oh, squad actually comes out of suppression. Thanks to this. Is that from the plane wreck? I don't know if I've ever seen the plane wreck cause a heavy cover before. Was that from some other vehicle? Oh, bit of a sneeze there. Okay, KV1 coming in for Von. He's finally ticked up. PauL also has quite a lot of resources. B4 got 2 more kills there. Ooh, and there it goes. VonIvan paying the price, not repairing it up. It's down to 1 shell. Satchel close range. And, not afraid to throw out a satchel. Check if you're awake. VonIvan passing. I mean, PauL rather passing all the awake checks. Oh, for a second I thought that was. Oh. Oh, Kugel's still alive, surviving that mine. Pixel of health. It's KV1 going to head over there to finish it off though. Even with the damaged engine, it's pretty fast. So it's going to be able to get away. With the self-repair kicking in now. Working out well. Now PauL just going for the old-fashioned base barrages. Oops. KV1 on the field though, looking to do some damage. Might be able to come in and get the kill on the LFH. Depends on production now for PauL, but might be too late. KV1 taking too long to decrew the howitzer. And perhaps worry about getting snares. Decides to play cautiously.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Both players running on fumes here. But as you can see, a pretty large army size advantage now to PauL. Even though, you know, looking up here versus up here, they don't look that far apart. We'll go for another base barrage. VonIvan has another tank in production though. Jagdpan's outnumbered 2 to 1. Only 1 squad around with snares as well. Could be a problem for PauL against these Two vehicles from VonIvan. Base barrages might take out the medics. Panzer doing some good work against the KV. Escorted by the Raketen now.
We are losing territory.
Just ignore that other Jagdpanzer there. That was a place there for decorative purposes. Never really crude. Just going for the base howitzer fire again as PauL. Usually this would be a little bit more effective. Your opponent would, you know, have a couple more squads to target. This is not the case this time, and PauL gonna go for another Ober squad. It looks like, I was going to say, VonIvan building another B4. I was checking his fuel. It's been a little bit of it. Recon plane up and straight away shot down. All good on the anti-aircraft mode so far. Good reaction times. Shooting down those recon planes. Okay, T-34 leading the way. Jagdpanzer back there. Looks like the KV is going to come down the other side. Jagdpanzer going T-34 hunting. Perhaps heard it through the fog. It's a good shot on it there. T-34 is going to have to back out. Ooh, nice shot from the KV-1. Going after the base again. Structure's still pretty healthy though. Okay, looks like VonIvan gearing up for a push. KV coming in from one side, T-34 from the other. Panzer going T-34 hunting. KV just content to pick shots at the Jaeger lights. Oh, Ober's now at Vet 2, just shredding. Panzer missing a few shots here on the T-34. T-34 running well, but gotta be careful. Raketen sneaking up. And that was the X factor. B4 missing its shot. And now PauL able to stick around, destroy the abandoned tank. A bit careless there from VonIvan, perhaps trying to bait with the T-34, but that camouflage Raketen sneaking up, ruining his calculations, his timings. T-34 ends up going down because of it. VonIvan activating for Mother Russia, as well as the recon plane once again. Sounds like the LFH firing on the base again. Making a good push. VonIvan kind of using this just as like a big sprint. It's quite cheap, really. Help capture territory more quickly. B4 missing the second shot now. Maybe his luck's run out this game. Now these Obers starting to give him some big headaches. Look how quickly they're dropping these combat engineer models. Decent shot from the KV. The hull gun not quite as good as the T-34s, so have slightly higher rate of fire on its main gun, but not quite as consistent thanks to that worse machine gun. Looks like the B4 and the LFH are going to start dueling it out once again. Oh, we got 2 kills that time on the Ober squad.
Supply sector under attack.
Panzer 4 coming in for PauL. What happened to the rest of Von's fuel? Oh, I forgot I even lost the first T-34. This is a rebuilt one. Going to town. Oh, looks like a decent shell landing on the B4. Oh, and the Obers and the Jaeger lights just dishing it out.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
You pick up a PTRS there. Why would you pick that up on a Jaeger light squad? That's a horrible idea. Panzer doing some pretty good damage to the KV here. T-34, got to be careful. Raketen and Panzer 4 on the other flank. Now VonIvan again going for these lucky B4 shots. I often consider getting a SU-85 to fight off PauL's armor now. Going hunting. Tanks missing here. Bouncing. B4 getting low now. Another LFH shell connecting. Looks like no one's sending out a squad to try and repair it. Whilst it's under fire, risky, but wants to keep it alive. Third health remaining now.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
These are some brave combat engineers.
We are losing territory.
Ooh,
Su-76 ready for
big
action.
shots from the Panzer 4 there. Oh, and the combat engineers go down and the B4 gets decrewed, but still alive thanks to those repairs. Probably would have gone down otherwise.
The sector
And
is
VonIvan feeling so under pressure, goes for an Su-76 now to bolster his anti-tank.
We need to reestablish our supply
PauL
lines.
looking to be in the driver's seat here. Only 1 PTRS on this penal squad as well. Not going to be too strong against vehicles.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Look at these Obers just charging forwards, doing so much damage.
Supply sector under attack. Our HQ is under attack.
Su-76 doing a good job though. Helping a lot in these armor engagements.
The enemy has
In
cut off a
fact,
sector.
look at how good the Su-76 doing against those 2 medium. Oh. One perhaps not paying attention here.
We have an isolated sector.
Oh, and the combat engineers do go down. And in comes the off-map for PauL. Going to be the GG moment, perhaps. T-34 goes down. KV still on this flank, not being brought in. And this strafe is so deep into VonIvan's territory, covering basically his entire base as well. Nowhere to hide. Looks like he's going to go aggressive on the other side, the far side of the barrage, to get some damage done. But PauL backing away very defensively
Supplies to the
behind
enemy.
the Schwer. KV's going to go hunting though, finally bring it in. Spots the Pyos, so perhaps has a read on where the tanks are hiding.
We have secured.
B4 stands. Looks like that was what did the damage to the tanks. And the KV going to stick around and perhaps go for the kill on the LFH. Now heading over to the Panzer 4. Missing its first shot. Oh, missing that shot as well. Now the KV could be in some trouble.
Continue the push. Now,
Bouncing, missing, bouncing. Oh, but the PTRS, those solar PTRS gets the kill on the Jagdpanzer. Panzer IV now going after the KV. KV finally penetrates. Panzer IV blitzing, trying to get to safety. Ooh, getting grazed there. On prioritized vehicles, switches to the Kugel briefly. And the Panzer IV fast enough to evade the KV-1. Now he's trying to avoid getting snared by the Volksgrenadiers as they come up. Here comes the Su-76. Raketen actually retreats. Kugel goes down. Looks like he's going to try to kill the truck here with the satchel with the KV. And with the Su-76, he did end up killing the LEFH. Heroic push here from VonIvan, going to do so much damage. Oh, there's gone bugs back there. And down it goes. Tick truck destroyed. Su-76 makes a Faust but gets out. Oh, Comanches go down. B4 gets in there for some big damage. And this could be another kill. VonIvan with a fresh T-70, looking to do some more damage, continue to pile on the pain. Oh, and he does get the wipe with the penal troops. Cool, what a chaotic sequence there. VonIvan looked like he was on death's door, but somehow turning things around completely. Bit of B4 action, an aggressive follow-up. I think maybe PauL was a bit too fast to retreat his Raketen. Not available to support in that other engagement. Might have cost him a lot more than was necessary there. Because yeah, he had that Raketen there. It's 4 meters. It wasn't, you know, it was maybe like 2/3 health. But just like 2 shots on the KV from the Raketen. Probably could have put a halt to that push. That allowed the Shred to stay alive. Now PauL might have to consider going for a King Tiger. He's blitzing in here, but VonIvan has fully repaired the Su-76. T-70 might not escape. No, he does. Lucky getaway there. Oh, but the 4 Mother Russia with the satchel. VonIvan not chasing with the Su-76, however. Coming up. Maybe he could consider just cancelling this final Raketen, putting down his mechanized truck and going to get the KT out. Looks like PauL just doesn't want to give an inch, just going to go for 3 Raketens to try and counter VonIvan's vehicles. And go for Mother Russia wearing off there. VonIvan returning to the battlefield, however. KV-1 ready to get stuck in. Vet 2 on that now. VPs are getting quite low for both players now. Double Raketens here. In fact, triple Raketens. I didn't see that one on the right. Oh, KV in some trouble. P4 blitzing in, looking for the kill. One more shot will do it. And there it goes. Sticky satchel on the Panzer IV, however. Where's the Su-76? Not going to chase in for the kill with it. And the triple Raketens, you know, I was doubting them, but they come good there. VonIvan must not have been expecting 3 of them. In fact, 4 of them. I don't. Oh my god. Right, this could be trouble. P4 still alive. Looks like it's going P4 hunting and it grazes it. It's a very minor amount of damage.
We shall fight as never
Look at these double overs.
Give the order.
Almost could have gone down there. Very risky play from Von. But with 3 Raketans, this T-70 is gonna have a hard time staying alive. We go boom boom. Reacts now, pops the recon mode on. No chance.
The enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
It's gonna rely on some B4 magic to clear those up, I'm sure.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
BP's under 100 now for both players. VonIvan with the triple cap running. Going for another KV1. Good idea, because, I mean, with 4 Raketans on the field, you need all the health
Supply lines.
to survive. Hasn't fired for a while. Could have just, fired blind into the middle, knowing that the equipment's been captured at the moment. He's firing now. Okay, I'm not sure what that was targeting. Maybe the previous location of the
Enemy
Raketans.
forces capturing supply sector.
P4 finally back up and running though.
75 points remaining. You appear suited for command.
Another shot activated by VonIvan. Oh, these Obers doing so much damage. Ooh, but the Ober's in some trouble, and Sticky Satchel connecting. Obers do get away, so does the super low penal. 76, okay, he's just been playing very conservatively with it. 4 must be targeting this. Ooh, grazing the Obers, almost gets the white. And that Raketen also lucky to escape, but here come the more. Here comes the rest of the army. Engineers out here capping as well. Unable to do repairs on the KV at the moment. I need the Su-76 to mobilize against the Panzer IV now. B4 does hit Vet 3 with that last barrage as well. Barrage is just 1 shell. Here comes the Su-76 bouncing its first shot. KV is there as well, penetrating. And Raketen's a little bit too far back to support. B4 could go down here, running right past his squad with a Sticky Satchel. PauL with some terrible Panzer IV control right there.
We have an isolated sector.
And it's abandoned. It's like VonIvan going to try and steal it with the penals now. Ooh! Obers go down. Getting escapes. Both players just running onto the VPs. Such a close match now.
Aircraft is refueled. You may now unleash our soldiers'
KV coming out this side.
combat effectiveness.
But looks like PauL does get the neutralize at least. I think he's going to be able to get the capture. Stolen Panzer IV now trying to escape. Double Raketens here though. And that's the end of them.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
Okay, Stumpy's did end up retreating.
Supply sector under attack.
So what's the P4 firing at? Maybe at the Obers. PauL is wise to that. Dodges forwards.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Needs to back his KV back to base where the combat engineers are retreating so he can repair it back up. VonIvan needs that KV to help force off the Obers. Does still have quite a lot of munitions though for the Mother Russia, which can also help turn the tides. Oh, was this the end of the KV? No! Survives. Pixel of health. Oh, and one of the Rakitans goes down. Two penals here with the vet. 3. Good awareness from Paul, dodging with the obers.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Still VonIvan feeling the VP pressure here. Paul doing the capping with the Rakitans. Rakitans now running in. And sector assault dropped by Paul.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Hoping to get the kill on VonIvan's wounded vehicles. Doesn't have sight, and the Rakitans actually come forward and kill the B4. Meanwhile, VonIvan making a dash to all 3 VPs.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
I think Paul trying to save for the KT right now, but it has left him a little bit vulnerable, having trouble securing the victory points. SU-76 barrage coming in now. Obers charging onto the victory point. Trying to stop the capture. No. Oh, there's the bundle grenade. Satchel the other way. So at least Paul's not going to lose right now. And here comes the King Tiger. I don't know if VonIvan managed to steal away any of those Rakitans. Doesn't look like it. The only decrewed one is in quite a safe position now. Let's have the SU-76, which is vetted up nicely. But against the King Tiger, that's a very tall task. It's a good work chasing away the infantry on this flank. He's about to see the KT. Ooh, and gets a good hit on the Shockies straight away. Oh, but could this be the end? SU-76. Oh, takes a Rakitan shot on this flank. Squeaks away with it. And now KT on a rampage. Nothing to oppose it. VonIvan just trying to do the capping right now. Buy himself a bit of time. Squad charging forwards for a sticky satchel. There's a lot of repairs required now for his vehicles though. No engineers back here. Currently standing on the capture points. Oh, when the sticky satchel does end up connecting, but the KT has enough health such that it doesn't take engine damage. Oh, big bundle grenade!
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Oh, get sniped just at the maximum range.
Death before retreat.
Smoke grenade in there for the shock troops. VonIvan desperate for the capture. Or using the attack ground, but missing. Looks like Von going to go for another KV here. Try and seal the game. Still needs his engineers back here for repairs. Those vehicles not being repaired currently. Don't know if they're going to be able to contribute much. This one's going right down to the wire. Going to force away this squad now. Shock troops forced away by the vet. 5 obers, 50 kills! And combat engineers just left there by VonIvan. End up going down to the King Tiger. VonIvan finally getting going on the repairs now. Fresh KV-1 hitting the field. Easy dodge on that satchel charge, but VonIvan is desperate. And it's looking good for Paul right now. About to set up a triple cap. VonIvan with all these damaged vehicles, unable to do much. Looks like he's going to branch out to the left-hand VP first, away from the King Tiger. Kitten is there though. Straight away retreats, however. Comes the King Tiger. SU-76 and back. KV going straight for the obers. Su-76 going for the King Tiger. Squad trying to charge forward for another sticky satchel. Oh, and it connects. And the Su-76 doing some really good damage to the King Tiger now. But VonIvan doesn't have the squads left to do the capturing. And it's looking like it's going to be GG. Victory to PauL. And there we go. All hanging in there right to the end, just holding on to the VP, securing the game. What a chaotic match that was. Moments of brilliance from both players. I think just at the end there, you know, Von had 3 units standing over here, not really up to much. If he just retreated one of those combat engineers, started repairing up his vehicles, then would have had a much better chance during this final push for the victory points. Might have been able to win the game, honestly, given how this all panned out. But either way, great game from both players, and just high casualties but high action the whole time. Very entertaining. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.